Hello and welcome back to the Tea with Honey podcast. I am accompanied by a very special guest this evening for today's episode, none other than Mr. Teddy. Hi, Mr. Teddy.
Hello, thank you for having me.
You are so welcome. This is so professional.
I'm down in the kitchen. For those of you that you can't see this, but I've got a UPS box with a box of shelled pasta, and then the microphone is sitting on top of that because we have no other way to do this. So,
listen, we're being innovative.
I know, it's great.
We're being innovative. Mandy Wiz is on vacation in Florida this week, so our regular co-host not available. So I said, you know what? We're going to get Mr. Teddy to fill in. And I think it's just going to be fun. I think we're going to kind of walk through our basic, what we talk about, and you're just going to be Mandy Wiz for the week. And I think it'll be a fun way for our community to get to know the man behind the mellow.
Yeah, we're going to try. Sorry, I smacked the box already. I'm making mistakes. We'll try to get better, but yeah, I'll do my best to fill in.
I'll do my best. Okay, so I think in honor of Mandy, we just start this off in our usual fashion. So my week has been good. I'll fill you in. I'm going to do a little catch up.
Tell me about your
I'm going to do a little catch up. Thanks. My week's been good. Thanks for asking. You and I actually had dinner and drinks with Mandy on Friday night on her travels down to Florida. So it was fun. We got to see Mandy, have dinner with her, have a couple drinks with her, and then she headed out the next morning. So we really only got to spend a couple hours with her, but that was fun. That was a highlight of my weekend for sure.
Yeah, it was good. I didn't really know how to read the room. I was like, are we going to go out? It doesn't really make sense that we would. She's got a really long drive. So yeah, we just opted on the side of hanging out on the couch and doing a little bit of Stardew. I'm getting ahead of myself, but
we did. Okay. I had a good weekend. Looking at this little list of things that I have written down for the weekend, I had a good weekend. So that was Friday night. That was fun. Saturday, I sat on the back porch and read a book all day. All day. Mandy left at, I think, 6:30 a.m. And I got up with her to give her a hug, say goodbye, make her a coffee, whatever. She went on her merry way and I couldn't fall back asleep. So I think genuinely by 7:30, 8 o'clock, I was out on the back porch with a coffee and my book. And I read all day.
Yeah, I watched you read all day. It was pretty intense. I don't know anything about that book. Why don't you tell us about what it was? Did you enjoy it? Was it worth your time?
I did enjoy it, but I will fill you in on the book once we get down to our hobby recap.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, you're just going out of order. You're just going out of order. Thank you. I will say another highlight, Wingstop. We got Wingstop. I'm loving Wingstop.
Yeah, I am too. It's
the hesitation.
It's just for me, sometimes I want wings, but maybe not always from Wingstop. That's the only thing. Love wings, ride or die, but there's tons of places that do wings. Maybe we try something else next time.
See, but I don't really like wings. I only like the hot honey rub in the corn.
That's fair. I know. It's kind of like a niche thing. And then also on top of that, you're getting boneless, which to me, those are just chicken nuggets. But that's fair. You like them. I'm glad you're in the game. We're at least in the hot sauce arena.
At least, yes. And at least, I know it's not your favorite wing, but at least you get wings way more often than you used to because I always want Wingstop.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. A couple more updates on my end. And this is a me thing. This isn't even a you thing. I have been walking the dogs every single day. Every single day we've been going on walkie walks. And I've been good about it for the last almost 2 weeks. It's been a good week and a half, 2 weeks, and we've gone on a walk every single day. And I'm just grateful that I do that. I've been putting on a true crime podcast or something while I walk. And so we do 2.5 miles every day. And I think it's been good for me, definitely, to get the fresh air, spend some time in the sun. And I think the boys are really appreciating it. And they definitely are recognizing it as a part of our daily routine now as soon as stream ends. And So as soon as stream ends, they like don't even want to go outside. They just want to put the leashes on and immediately get in the car.
Yeah. And my favorite part about this is you've been sending me a picture every single day, which I like because, it makes me happy that they're getting to go outside and change up their routine a bit too.
Yeah. Yeah. Yesterday, I went on a walk. I don't know when it was, some point this week. I went on a walk and took a picture and sent it to the Mellow Teddy Discord. And I didn't send it to you. And you got home from work and you were like, did you not go for a walk today?
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, I went for a walk today. And you're like, I didn't get a picture.
Yeah, I thought that was our thing. And that's fine if it's not. I'm happy you're sharing it, but geez, at least send it to me too. Because my Discord notifications don't work. So what the heck? I'm never gonna see that.
Yeah. Well, I sent it to you too.
Yeah, I know. We fixed it.
I sent it to you too. Last and certainly most important, we have a new niece, which is so exciting. We're not going to like share too many details, but my little brother had his second daughter. So very exciting. We have a new niece in the fam.
Claps, claps, claps.
Claps, claps, claps.
Yes.
Claps, claps. Okay, that's my weekend. That was my weekend recap. Mr. Teddy, how was your weekend? Fill me in.
Good. Yeah. It was pretty good. I mean, you covered the Friday night pretty well.
Yeah.
This time of year, I always get really antsy because we've been inside and I really like winter. It's got its own benefits, but late February, early March, my green thumb starts coming through. So I start thinking about all the things that I can do in the yard. And I kind of just did it this weekend. I was like, I'm going to go out, do a whole bunch of things that have been on my list for probably since even last summer. And so, yeah, I got my hands dirty. It was awesome. And then, yes, you sat there on the couch on the back and read a book the whole time, which was nice, but I've got that.
But what's the but?
It took all weekend to do what I was doing. It's okay. It's okay. But have you ever told folks here about like that trellis that we have?
I don't think so. You can.
Yeah. So we've got this living wall, it's called, which has got some jasmine that grows on it and hummingbird feeder on it. And I got some fence post caps for the top, stained those, put those on there. Let's see. What else did we do?
Your lights?
Yes, the lights. That was a labor of love. I did that when you were out at the grocery store. They're solar powered lights, so those go on the top of the fence posts, and so they'll charge all day, and then at night they have these little twinkly lights that will be all amongst the jasmine. So I think that's going to look really cool. Yesterday, was this yesterday that I ordered the bees?
I think it was yesterday. Yeah, I think you texted me while I was streaming yesterday.
Yeah, so we ordered the bees. Those are going to be picked up, I think, late April. So I'm really looking forward to that. The thing with the bees... I
know you said, what I was going to say was I know you said that you requested, like, hey, if there's any chance we could get them sooner, let us know. Do you think that's actually a possibility?
I don't know. The guy on the phone... So they have 3 pickup dates, and it's pretty regimented. Like, they do all the planning on their end months in advance, and they've got to have these bees ready on, X date. So it's not like, they can just print something. I can't print these bees and give a new package of bees. So if you didn't sign up months ago, you're probably not going to get them. And he said this is probably one of the highest demand years that he's ever seen for this. So he's like, you're probably not going to get the late March date, which I'm kind of bummed about, just because, if you don't get them before everything starts blooming, you kind of miss out on a little bit of a honey surge, which just impacts how much you'll get at the end of the year. But not a huge deal. I think our dates may be mid-April, late April. I don't really remember, but we'll have plenty of time to get them in the backyard, catch some of the spring blooms, summer blooms, and I don't know. I'm a little upset because we finally ran out of the honey that I harvested the year of our wedding. And so that lasted like 2 years. It was awesome. It's always better honey than anybody has ever had from something that they bought at the store. So
it really is. For some reason, it just seems sweeter. Like it really, to me, tastes like a sweeter honey. Like when we cook with it, it just tastes so different than the stuff that we've been using from the grocery store. Yeah,
of course. And I don't know if this is, what is that, a placebo effect? Where like, I feel like I can taste our flowers in there. I feel like
I feel like I
we
can.
can't. But
Yes, I feel like I can taste hydrangeas in it.
yeah, for sure. So I'm looking forward to that. Also, another really great part of the honey is come holiday season, it's a great gift.
Totally.
I love that part. Fun giving it away.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, but for our like wedding favors, we did little mini jars of honey, so everybody got to take home, jars of honey from the newlyweds, and it was really cute. I thought that was a fun little thing, and then people would like tag us in pictures, being like, "Hey, like having some tea with my honey from the wedding," and it was really cute. So
yeah,
that was, I think, one of the coolest. I'm like, so that was like such an us party favor to give away honey from our backyard at our wedding.
Yeah, so we'll get back to that. But other than that, I don't know. I go to work. I wake up. I go to work. Come home. We hang out. It's kind of my life. But, yeah.
It's not a bad life.
What am I missing?
That's not a bad life. I don't know. It sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds good. Okay. We're going to move into our little hobby recap. So I will now loop us back to the book I was reading, Quicksilver. So you don't get the books that I read.
No, I do not, but that's okay.
You don't get the books that I read. And it's not that you disapprove. Like, you don't care at all what I read. But every time I talk about my books, you don't say fairies. What do you say? Elves.
Yeah.
Right? You say, are you reading a book about elves doing dirty things?
Hold on. They're woodland elves.
Woodland elves.
Are you reading about your woodland elves again?
Yes. And you always say like a bad word, but doing dirty things. And I'm like, no, first of all, they're not woodland elves. They're fae.
Yeah.
But no, actually, I'm reading about a war right now. Thank you very much. So this one, I will say, one of my new faves. Like, I surprisingly loved this book. This was the first book in the series. And the second book comes out, I think, in like November of this year. So I'm really excited about it. Without spoiling anything for anyone who hasn't read the book and wants to read the book, it gives, to me, like the start of it feels almost Hunger Games-esque and then moves into like ACOTAR. But the romance is good. It's like an enemies to lovers. I don't know. I really, truly loved it so much. I would love for you to read one of these books. I wish you read books.
Let's be very clear. Like you said, I'm not judging. It's not that
I know.
I don't like it. I'm not a reader at all. Like, how many times have we gone to our little bookstore? And I love the ambiance of a bookstore, like going into Barnes & Noble or the local one. And then I'm like, yeah, let's get this book. And then I read a chapter and then life takes over. And so I am just the type of person who, I love the idea of reading. And I'm sure so many people can relate to this, but I don't follow through with it. And yeah, maybe I would do an audiobook, but with that genre, with those like spicy things, I don't know. I'd probably just be laughing the whole time.
Yeah. But listen, I don't blame you. I have never listened to a spicy book on audio. I also have never done that. And I think I would be giggling the whole time. Like, I would be blushing and giggling the whole time. So I would be right there with you. I do think like audiobooks though, like might be good for you in terms of genres that maybe interest you more than like romantasy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe we should look into getting a family Audible subscription. And I think like with that, you get like a book, like you get a credit every single month. And so you get a book each month. And I'm saying this selfishly because I'm kind of hoping it would be something that you would be like, yeah, let's get an Audible. And then you'd listen to one and then I'd get the rest of them.
I mean, we can do that. Or you can just get your own and live happily ever after.
I know. I should see if I like audiobooks. I listen to so many podcasts. Like I can't do things without like podcasts, really. Like I need the stimulation. And that's not good. That's like probably not good for me that I need that, but I do. Like cooking dinner, I need to listen to a podcast. Folding my laundry, I need to listen to a podcast. Putting my makeup on, I need to listen to a podcast. And the issue is that most of them are true crime. So I'm just listening to murder after murder after murder after murder.
Can't be good for the brain. Can't be good for the brain.
That can't be good for the brain.
Yeah,
no.
There's no way.
Like I'm walking today with the dogs. listening to a murder. And I'm like,
doesn't that make you feel paranoid?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I will say though, some dude walked by me with like a black sweatshirt and like a hood, his like hood pulled over. He was like in all black with like a black hoodie and his hood pulled over so you could like barely see his eyes. And I was listening to a true crime podcast and I was like, oh man.
Oh, it's the guy from the episode I'm listening to. Hey, can I get your autograph?
Yeah. So, that was good. No, but it's like, I don't know. It's fine. But all that to say, Audible might be good for me. Okay. Next on my hobby list, all that I really wanted to say was literally right before we started recording, the shelf for our Lennox Spice Village has arrived. How excited are you on a scale of 1 to 10 for hanging and utilizing our Lennox Spice Village?
I'm pretty excited considering I forgot we ordered this because it was so long ago. I'm no less excited than I was when we first did it, but it was like a nice, oh yeah, look, there they are. I will say though, they're way smaller than I thought. Like they're tiny. I don't know what I was expecting, but they fit in the palm of my hand, each one. So I guess it's nice. It saves space. There's like 40 of these things, but now we have to go out and I've been tasked with finding the herbs and spices, which I'm okay with.
I was going to say, listen, that's something that I think you would enjoy. I did task you with that. I said, listen, at least I know you and I well enough to know that like ordering all of those spices would feel like a chore for me. I'd be like, ugh, I don't want to do this. Like it's never going to get done. They're just going to sit on the shelf empty. But you enjoy that kind of stuff. Like I really truly think that you're going to have fun shopping for the spices where it would feel like a chore for me.
Yeah, for sure. Can I tell you that dehydrator that we ordered or that I ordered and I said, hey, can we get this? And you're like, sure. I wanted to dehydrate the herbs in the garden and then put those in there.
Oh.
It just for some of them. But then I don't know.
I get that.
They're not going to match the ones that we bought. So maybe I just buy them all. Does that matter?
What do you mean match?
Well, like if, let's say we buy, turmeric and it's McCormick, but then the basil is from Mr. Teddy's garden. Turmeric? What is it called?
I think it's turmeric.
Turmeric?
I think so.
Okay. If I order turmeric, how do you spell it? Can we look this up?
TUMERIC. I think.
There is an R. It's TURMERIC. But how do you pronounce it? What did I say? Turmeric?
Turmeric.
Turmeric.
Anyway, whatever. If you're saying that like the insides won't match, I say just order all of them. Fill up the jars with the dehydrated spices from your little herb garden. Mm-hmm. And then once we go through the ones that are in the jars, we'll fill them up with the like extras that you ordered that we'll throw in the pantry.
Yeah, I don't know why I was just worried about like a quality control issue. Like, wow, the McCormick ones are really good, but guys, your basil is terrible. And it's like, oh yeah, that's mine. Oh, it's from the garden.
Well, listen, we won't know if we don't try.
Yeah, that's true.
And then if it's terrible after we try it for like a meal or two, we throw it away.
Sorry, I'm just staring at pictures of turmeric now. All right, moving on.
Goodness gracious. Anyway, the Lennox Spice Village has arrived. The shelf that I ordered to hang the Lennox Spice Village on arrived 20 minutes ago. And I'm excited about it. I worked this week on editing a TikTok that I can post of like an unboxing of the Lennox Spice Village. So I'm excited to share that with everyone. And I think I want to share like another one. I'm thinking I want to record a second video as well with like hanging it on the wall and like showing it displayed. So that's my hobby update. What about you?
Can I ask you a question first? How are you liking editing? Yeah. Have you talked about that on here? Because you've kind of taken over that role and like I just want to know where you're at with that.
Yeah, I like it. I do. I think my concern is like, I think I'm trying to find, I really enjoy it. Like the act of actual editing, it's fun. It's kind of tedious, but I really enjoy tedious tasks like that. So I've had fun with it. I really have. I think I just struggle on like a personal level to be like, what's important to leave in, what's unimportant, what do people care about, what do people not care about, how long is too long, that sort of thing, you know? So
right.
I think a lot of it is, and you and I have had this conversation before, but I think a lot of it is probably just like learning and trying and seeing which videos do well and whatnot in terms of the style of editing. So I think that's it. I think I really enjoy it, but I know that I'm still learning, and I have some pain points for sure.
Yeah, definitely. You've just got to find it's like you got to find your voice with that specific skill, because it is a voice you're communicating via that whole process. So sometimes you'll just like get to the end and be like, wow, that kind of deviated from what I thought, or that was right in line with what I want. And then like just that repetition will help spring new ideas. At least it does for me. So
I worry that, like, I don't know. I've never considered myself a creative person. Like, I really, truly haven't. Like, I know you disagree, and I know that some people disagree.
So not
I know, but I don't consider myself a creative person. So, like, I feel like when you sit down with, you know, raw content that I've recorded and I've like given to you to edit into a video, I feel like you just do such a good job at finding the humor and finding this and finding that and like finding creative ways to like present that content. And I worry that I don't have that same, like, I know you said like it's my voice, but I worry that I don't have the same creative voice. So that's where I think it's a confidence thing, and it's just me not maybe feeling like I have the creative juice. I don't know.
Listen, I've liked what you've put out. I mean, I gotta say, it's like, I think the best edits are the ones you don't realize. And so when I'm sitting down and I'm watching them, I'm not sitting there like, oh, this was, you know, maybe should have been like this. It's just, that was an enjoyable video. So that's kind of the goal. I think you're on the right track. But that's for good. Me, it's nice because, you know, you're patting me on the back, telling me I find these things, but like, I think you'll go even beyond that because it's you. So you'll just do the thing that you know needs to be done or needs to be seen in a certain way. So once you get to that point, I think you're going to blow me out of the water for your content. So
we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Hobbies. Did you do any hobbies this week aside from like gaming? You obviously didn't do any reading. Any hobbies?
No. And we talked about this at dinner. So you're laughing, but we talked about this at dinner. We were
literally
going through this list.
Yeah. Under his note, because like Mandy and I do this every week where we have like our bullet points, things we do our little catch up, hobby talk, gaming talk, whatever. And literally it says Teddy, and then I have my little bullet points that I wanted to talk about, and then Mr. Teddy, no hobbies. It just says bullet point, no hobbies.
Yeah. So I feel like when I see the word hobby, I think of that person who's like been surfing for 10 years and has all the lingo laid out and all their friends are surfers. And so I'm not that kind of person. Like, there's no single thing that I do for fun that I would say defines me or I know well enough to like make my identity. I don't know.
Can I say like
way to say that?
Yes, you're so wrong.
Okay.
And
why?
You are so wrong. That's like having something be your identity doesn't mean it's like a hobby. Like one of my hobbies is hand lettering. That's not an identity of mine, but it's like a little thing that I enjoy doing, that I have fun doing, you know, or coloring, or, I don't know, like playing cozy games. Like gaming could be a hobby. I know I told you to like keep that one separate, but like TV that you're watching, like I don't know. I don't think a hobby has to be something that like takes over your whole life and is a part of your identity. I think it can just be something that have spent time doing in the last week that you enjoyed. So in my opinion,
go ahead.
In my opinion, for you, like your spice garden or even doing yard work, like that could be a hobby. Like your spice garden.
Be. Yeah.
Like,
it's a lame one. Like
that's not lame.
Well, yeah. I would say I am the kind of person who like sees something or like hears about something, and then I kind of want to explore that and try it myself. And that's kind of where I get with it. Like, there's obviously exceptions to the rule, right? Like, I really do love, you know, yard work and the garden and like, you know, birds and learning about ecology and things like that. But I don't know. I don't have like super niche hobbies. I'm not like, you know.
You knowing all about different trees and leaves and bark. That's a hobby.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
That's a hobby. I think you, and I said this when we were like getting ready for dinner. We talked about this very briefly again when you said I don't have any hobbies. Like you, I think, are very similar to me. Like I have ADHD, and I know a trait of people with ADHD is hobby bouncing and going from one thing to another to another to another. And I really think that you, like, I'm not saying you have ADHD, but I think you have that trait where you bounce from one hobby to another to another to another. Very similarly to me. And to your point, it's not because you lose interest, but just like life gets in the way. Or you're now interested a little bit more in something else.
You know what one of the most stressful times of the week for me is? It's like Friday driving home because I have like the whole weekend ahead of me, right? I've got like, Friday, I can stay up as late as I want. I can wake up as early as I want Saturday. I got all Saturday, Sunday, but I don't like know how to spend my time. So usually I just punt to you. I'm just like, what do you want to do? Because I could pick 1,000 things and it'd probably be different from like the last 8 Fridays that we had. So I'm kind of all over the place. But
no, I get that. It's the heart. It's like, I'd rather not make a decision because there's too many options.
Yeah. So we made some decisions last weekend and it was the art. So yes. But no hobbies. I'm glad that's what it says on the list.
No hobbies.
Yeah.
I will say, can we also say what's under the second bullet point? What's your second hobby?
Watching animated movies is apparently my second and hobby behind no hobbies. Which I will say, this is your thing that you have sprung on me, which again I have enjoyed. But you brought this.
You brought this to the table. Thing. False. False. Okay. I think I started a couple of weeks ago. I was like, have you ever seen How to Train Your Dragon? And you said no. And so I threw it on while we were eating dinner one night. And we both enjoyed it. Like we watched How to Train Your Dragon because everyone has always said to me, what do you mean you haven't seen How to Train Your Dragon? You haven't seen it? You haven't seen it? And I'm like, no. So we watched How to Train Your Dragon. And then I would like to say, like the next night, you put on How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Yeah, I know. I enjoyed the first one.
So you have kind of been initiating this. So we watched How to Train Your Dragon, How to Train Your Dragon 2 last weekend, 2 weekends ago. And then last weekend, I had watched Cars at some point in the last couple of weeks, and I really enjoyed it. And I don't know why, but like I must have been talking it up or something because this past weekend, you randomly threw Cars on. And you said, we don't have to watch.
Right?
No, you threw Cars 1 on.
That's right. Okay. Sorry. Smack the mic again.
I don't know if it had been like subconsciously in your head that like I had been talking up how much I loved Cars, that you threw Cars on again. But we watched Cars and I watched it for a second time in 2 weeks. And then the next night we watched Cars 2. And then the next night we watched Cars 3.
Yeah.
So
can I tell you, that series is so confusing to me.
Cars?
I liked all the movies, but they could not be more different from each other, which I think is a good thing, right? It's not like they just kind of like recycle the same thing. But the first one's about racing and Lightning McQueen getting out there and finding himself and blah, blah, blah. And then the second one, he's a background character and it's an action movie, right? With Mater. That was confusing. I enjoyed it, but it was confusing. And then the third one was, I guess, like in line with what I thought the series should end with him kind of being, the washed up one, not washed up, but there's an up and coming fleet of cars and he's competing against them.
He becomes the mentor.
We were all over the place with that franchise. I didn't dislike it, but it was confusing.
I think for me, the first one and the third one were much more in line with like they felt like they were a part of the same series. The second one was like, wait, what?
I kept turning to you. I was like, is this a Disney movie? Like, how is this a Disney movie? There were guns and knives and kill this, death that. I was like, wow, this is the thing's blowing up. Yeah. It was intense. The second one was just not what I expected from a Cars movie. But it was my least favorite of the three, I will say. It was definitely, it felt like a Mater becomes a spy. I don't know. Right. Yeah,
it was such an interesting Interesting movie. I liked the first one the best. The second one, or the third one, second best, and then the second one was my least favorite of the three.
Gosh.
I will say though, I read online that they said that they're not done. Like if there's a story to tell, can it keep going?
Are you sure you're going to be able to handle it? Because there were multiple times I looked over at you during Cars 3 and you were crying. You were
oh my God.
You were
I'm
crying.
going to cry right now.
Yeah, I know. What's his name? I don't even remember his name. Buck? Is his name?
Doc,
not Buck. Doc. Yeah.
Oh, I'm literally rubbing my eyes.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. It's sad. I don't know. I think for me, it just hits close to home because it's like that fear like of Lightning McQueen that he has that like I'm past that stage in my life. Like I need to move on and give that to someone else. And I feel like a part of me holds on so tightly to these things in life that I've loved so much. And similarly, like he's holding on to racing, like I'm holding on to like Winnie the Pooh and Disney and like these things that I have loved since I was like so young. And it's like, well, maybe at some point, like I need to give those things up and not give them up, but like it's time for the next generation, like my kids to like have that love, which I feel like it's very different. Like I can always love Pooh and I can always love Disney, but I just feel like I'm at a point in my life where things are changing and not having kids at this moment, just to make that clear. But like, I don't know. Maybe it's hitting close to home.
Well, I think the message is that, like you give things up entirely,
yeah, giving it up is the wrong.
Doc didn't give it up, he changed his perspective or his like relationship to it, right? It just kind of moves. And so you adapt with like where you are in your life. So like maybe you're not the racer anymore, but now you're like the coach. So that's still valuable and worth exploring. So
yeah, definitely. No, I know. I think it's just, it hit me closer to home than I thought it would. So I was emotional.
Yeah, for sure.
Emotional damage.
Bring it on. Bring Cars 4 on. I'm ready.
Oh God. Okay. Okay. We're going to cruise into, speaking of Disney and speaking of my relationship to things that I will hold on to for the entire rest of my life, Disney and Disney Dreamlight Valley, because I don't know if you knew this. You may know this. You may not. I have played Disney every single day this week.
I'm proud of you. I'm actually really proud of you for that.
Why?
Because it's you playing a game that you're like, yeah, hey, I just want to play this game today, so I'm playing that game,
Thank you.
Yeah,
I really have been. I played it for the first 2 days and I played it Monday and then I was like, I really do want to play it. Tuesday, I was like, I want to play it. And then this morning I was like, I want to play it. Yeah. So thank you. I'm glad I have been doing it. Like I know that there are friends who are wanting me to play other things, but I have been having fun with it. So all that to say, I've been playing a lot of Dreamlight Valley. I have cruised through. So do you know what the Disney Dreamlight Valley Star Path is?
I imagine it's kind of like a battle pass. Is that right?
Exactly. Yeah. It's just like the Fortnite battle pass. So you like pay in, you have to like complete all these duties. And as you like do that, you get to unlock the rewards. So I am almost like done with it already. And it came out last Wednesday. Wow. And they give you like 47 days to do it.
Okay. Okay. Professional gamer completes battle pass in 1 week. Makes sense.
So I hear like, but I don't want it. I don't want it to be done. Like I like the challenge. Like I like that it's giving me something to want to get on and do every day,
So what kind of things are they giving out? Is it cosmetics? What is it?
Yeah. Like some of them are like outfits or some of them are furniture items or that sort of thing.
Okay. That's fair.
So you pay like, I don't know how much it is, but you pay in like the Moonstone currency. You pay in, and then the Moonstones are also in there too. So, if you unlock all the Moonstones that are in there, it's similar to like the Fortnite Battle Pass where you unlock, what are they called?
Yeah, V-Bucks.
V-Bucks, yeah.
Okay.
Like throughout, you unlock V-Bucks that basically pay for the Battle Pass. Like this one's kind of the same way. It's not, I don't think it completely pays for it, but like almost completely pays for it. So you only pay in like a couple dollars, I think, in the end if you complete it. So I really have been liking that. I've been having fun with it. I don't know if you saw this today, but the Winnie the Pooh decor came out.
Oh my goodness. And aren't you a pig in mud right now? You are so happy.
I'm a
How
pig
much
in
is
mud
it?
right now.
How much is it? Is it
Oh,
like
I
a
already bought it
whole
all. I already bought every.
But what is it? Sorry. I should have said like what is it?
Oh, so it's first of all, it's Winnie the Pooh's house. So it's the big tree that says Mr. Sanders above the door.
Okay.
So that
so it's the character.
Nope. Just pause. So it's just his house as like a decor item. Like you just put his house down and there's like you can't go in it or anything. It's just like a decor item. That's it. And then there's like a stack of honey pots. There's another house that's like a giant beehive. There are some beehives, like apiaries, like little things you can make an apiary with, like the little bee, like the stacks that we have in the backyard.
Yep.
An outfit that's like a honeybee themed outfit. So I had a hard time today. I'm excited. I purchased all of this immediately. No hesitation.
Right. I didn't expect anything else.
Correct. Where is Pooh gonna live? I had this conversation with Mandy last week.
If they already gave you his house.
If they gave me his house that is empty, that I can't do anything with, if he's gonna come to the game, where the flip is he gonna live?
Yeah, this actually doesn't make sense. Are they going to get rid of that item? Or can you just
because people
it and
paid real money for it?
Yeah, that's kind of nonsense.
So that's my fear is I have been playing this game since I started streaming. Like this is one of the games I started streaming with. And I remember back in like fall of 2022, we had this conversation where I was like, Winnie the Pooh better be coming to the game soon. Here we are 2 years later and I get his house, but no Pooh.
Yeah, I don't understand that either.
So
maybe they just have, I don't want to say it, but maybe they have no plan of, including Mr. Pooh in the game. But that seems outrageous because I would pass away. He's like a cornerstone of the whole Disney empire, in my opinion. Like he's
in
a classic.
My opinion, too.
And I think he's making a resurgence, too.
I do, too. So some people say that, what's giving me hope is that Mike and Sully from Monsters, Inc., they had in the premium shop for purchase Mike and Sully's like apartment. And then they did end up bringing Mike and Sully into the game and they have like just a similar style apartment. Okay. So like you can have both, but like Mike and Sully are basically the only like case study right now that proves that this could somehow go in my favor.
Well, not all hope is lost. So you got that. I think that's a good data point. Hold on to that. You're good.
I'm hoping so. So today was good and I had a lot of fun decorating with the Winnie the Pooh stuff and I am thrilled, but it is very bittersweet to me. And I think a lot of people are in the same headspace.
Okay. So there's going to be nothing else content-wise that they're going to release for the next month and a half, 2 months?
Correct.
Star Path is out?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how often do they do them? Or how many a year, I guess? And is that the only time they release characters too, is when they drop a new Star Path?
No,
what's the Star Path to character release timeline? Totally separate?
Not necessarily. I don't really know, actually. I think most of the time when we get new characters, there's also a Star Path. I feel like, yeah, maybe. But sometimes I feel like there's a new Star Path with no new characters. I don't really know. I should look into it more. But I think the expectation, like they put out their kind of like roadmap for the first half of the year. And I think that we may be getting some like Alice in Wonderland characters maybe this summer at some point, but there's been no hint towards anything. Pooh.
I'm sorry.
Thank you for the apology.
We'll just keep holding on. But if it's any consolation, there's about 1,000 Pooh items in this house you can look at to get
that
you
doesn't
through
make it better.
Harrowing time.
That doesn't make it better. Anyway, I've had a lot of fun playing Dreamlight Valley, and I would be lying if I said I wasn't like a little bit burnt out on Palia at the moment. So I just am like very appreciative and grateful that I have a wonderful community behind me who are willing to watch me play any game and to listen to me yap, because clearly that's what I do most of.
Yeah, of course. I mean, kind of what I said, I'm proud of you, because obviously like, I'm sure there's some people there that would just love to watch you play Palia or Animal Crossing or any game, but you get a vote too, You got to keep yourself sane. So if playing Disney Dreamlight Valley for a bit does that, then go for it. You should be able to do that.
Yeah. Okay. That's it for me. I've been playing Dreamlight Valley, and that's basically it. What about you? How's your gaming been? Because you are a gamer, first and foremost. Like, do you want to maybe tell people your like history in gaming and how you like started, and maybe your like introduction to cozy gaming and where you're at now?
My history with gaming goes back to like the 90s, but I don't think we have to go back that far. But
yes, we do.
Okay. I mean, if you want to, we can, but
okay.
Original PlayStation, I had like a bootleg Hot Shot golf game. I don't even know. I didn't buy it. Obviously, I was young. I mean, this was so far back then that I think it took like 6 adults to figure out how to plug in the yellow, white, red cables into the back of the TV and then get the input on so that it would show the game. And so, I mean, I've done everything, right? Like I then had like a Sega Dreamcast, and I, played Pokemon on my Game Boy Color, and got an original Xbox. But I've like taken breaks from gaming, I think, throughout my life. Like I think in my early 20s, I don't think I touched a gaming console for probably like 5 or 6 years. I think it was when we met and, we lived a little bit apart. We played Mario Kart on the Switch. And so that was like me going like, oh my God, like this is fun.
Yeah.
Like I missed this being goofy.
I remember,
whatever.
When we started dating, I remember I talked you into buying a Nintendo Switch. Like I think you and I went to Walmart together. This was like within our first month of dating because we lived like 2.5 hours apart.
Yep.
And I talked you into going to Walmart and buying a Nintendo Switch and Mario Kart so that on nights when we weren't together, we could Mario Kart together. Like I remember that so
it was
vividly.
fun. It was like we would get on there, and then like we'd also play Fortnite with your brother. So like that's how I met him, which oddly enough. But it was like a lot of fun, and my gaming lately now, just with work, and I feel like just with all of my obligations, I'm a social gamer, right? So like I don't generally sit down to play games unless there's some kind of social component, except for like Stardew. That I would say is the only exception. But most of the time, it's like my buddies will text me, hey, you want to play some games? And it's like 10 o'clock at night and it's Rocket League. Like that's usually what it is, or Fortnite or something where we can get in there and just banter and decompress, and the outcome really doesn't matter. But like, yeah, my guilty pleasure, I would say, is Stardew. Like Stardew before you wake up, Stardew probably after you wake up, and then Stardew when you're asking if I'm done with Stardew. Like that's sometimes how a Saturday morning and afternoon goes. Every
Saturday morning, I wake up, I walk downstairs, you are on your spot in the couch playing Stardew. Every Saturday morning.
I'm so fascinated about the whole thing of that game. Like this one person created this game, everything from the visuals to the music to like the storyline. It's really fascinating to me, and I don't want to say it like resonates with me because it's like a hyperfiction, but there's just something really nice about the simplicity of tending your crops and collecting things, and it really being about nothing. Like, I mean, you gave me so much grief for stalling so hard on my community center, but I just didn't care. Like, I was like, this means nothing to me. Eventually,
but you're good. You finished it, yeah.
Yeah, I did eventually. But like, if I missed us, if I didn't have my 5 gold star quality crops from fall and I had to wait a year, I was like, whatever, who cares? It's fine. But I'm kind of at the point now with Stardew where all I have left is the JojaMart bundle, which I don't even really understand how to get half of those things in there.
I'll be honest, I've never completed that either.
Yeah. But that's like another weird thing about me with this game. It's like I could very easily go and look up how to get every one of those 5 or 6 items that's in there, but I don't. I just kind of hope I'll figure it out by going somewhere or talking to somebody. So I usually try to milk the game as long as I can by just playing stupid like that. Like, oh, I guess I don't know today. I'll just pick my pumpkins again.
Yeah. I will say that's, as like your partner, that's always something that's very hard for me when I'm sitting there watching you play Stardew on the TV and you're like passing something like so important. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, I found a prismatic shard. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. And I'm like,
Guess I'll sell it.
God, I know what you need to do with that prismatic shard. And you're
Yeah.
like, don't tell me. Don't tell me. And I'm like,
no
oh
spoilers.
my God.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I think that part of me where I'm like, no spoilers, don't tell me. Like, it's okay if I miss it. It goes back to gaming before the internet. So gaming before the internet was, if you didn't figure it out or you didn't know somebody that like could tell you how to work through it, or you didn't buy one of those silly cheat books from Blockbuster back when that was still a thing, you weren't figuring it out. Like, you were just stuck on that game, permanently stuck. And so I think that feeling of just like working through things and maybe knowing there's something else that I can be doing, but like never achieving it because I just can't figure it out on my own. Like, that's kind of nostalgic. So I like that.
I understand that.
I don't know if anybody can relate to that, but that's just kind of where I feel with it. And like I said, it just makes the game last longer.
Yeah, I think you and I are just very different people in that regard. Like, I love that I can just find the answers. Absolutely adore it. I hate having to look for the answers, but I love having the answers there. I'm just an impatient person, and you are a very patient person.
Yeah, patient with certain things. Patient with my gaming.
Patient with certain things. That's true.
Yeah. But I'm at the point in that game now where, I'm making a lot of money every single day, whenever I drop stuff off in the little box. So I have to figure out a way to not just make it about the money and seeing that number go up more and more, because then it's like, what are we doing here? It's,
Right. It gets to the point where we're like, okay, well,
it's like, well, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
What am I going to do with all this money?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad that you have been having fun. So are there any games that you're looking forward to playing or hoping to play, or like in the near future? Switch 2's coming out soon. How excited are you for that? Like, what's on your gaming horizon?
Can I tell you, I think I told you this maybe last week, but I came into stream a couple times and you were playing Animal Crossing, and I was like, man, that really makes me want to play Animal Crossing. Like, that time in life when even the dogs, even Miles was Pavlovian trained on the sound of like the save screen from that, because it was played so much in this household, and we took such a such a hard break from it in this household to then like see that last week. I think I asked you a few days ago, I was like, is there like a Switch I can play on? No, they're all spoken for you, but
yes,
I don't know. I would love to play that again. But the other game that I was kind of chatting you about this weekend was Garden Life. It originally came out, I think, on PlayStation. I could be wrong, but at least at the time I thought it was just PlayStation. But it's on Xbox now, and so I looked into that, and I was watching trailers, and it looks really cool and everything. But from everything I've seen, that game has one fatal flaw that I can't even get my hands involved, because I know it's just going to break my heart.
What is it?
It is the fact that there is a flower limit. There is like a plant limit in a game called Garden Life.
So like Palea, where there's like a flower limit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember how I just quit cold turkey because they were like 300 flowers, you're done. It's like, well, what about all other 10 acres of this area? It's so to have a game called Garden Life and then to cap out the flowers at like 500 or whatever it was, all the reviews on Reddit and Steam and all these other places were people just saying like, I love this game, but like, it's just an empty field. Like, I've reached my flower limit. And so people were just frustrated with that. And it looked like the devs came into some of those chats and were like, noted, we hear you. We're working on it. And then I think
good.
Maybe they didn't do anything. Well, that was a year ago. I think it was last March. It was last March. And yeah.
I mean, do you know for sure that there haven't been any updates?
I just don't think it's like a $45 maybe investment to like, for that not to be the case. Do you know what I mean? Like, can I return that if I find out, well, yeah, it's capped?
You can on Steam. Steam has like a thing where if you play for like a certain amount of hours or less, you're able to like return the game and they'll refund you. So I guess it depends on like where you're going to play.
I mean, that'd for sure be a before you wake up on the couch thing. So that's Xbox for me, but I don't know. Okay. I don't need it. I talk myself out of it. Okay. I'll just go play in my own garden in real life or Stardew.
True. Well, good. Okay, I have absolutely nothing in the pop culture category for you this week because you know nothing.
I know nothing.
Cynthia Erivo sang an incredible rendition of Defying Gravity at the Oscars. Have you heard about that?
I have not, but I'm happy that that happened. That's awesome.
She did so well. You know Defying
Wonderful.
Gravity, right? And Cynthia
I
Erivo?
think this is from that movie Wicked.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
She sang that live at the Oscars, and holy heck, she is incredible. So that was good. That's all I really have. Oscars, I feel like Wicked, I think they won a couple of things, but they didn't win some of the things that people would hope they would win. So that's disappointing. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I didn't know this happened.
Yeah, you didn't even know the Oscars happened.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that happened.
You don't have to be sorry, but that's all I had for pop culture for the week. So, okay, to wrap up, and we've still got a little bit of time, but I think for our last segment here, I just want to ask you some like Mellow Teddy questions. I think that the role you have played in, you know, not only my streaming career, but all social media and this podcast, and just like the role you have played in my now career as like a content creator kind of goes maybe unrecognized a little bit. And I talk about you a lot. And so I think a lot of people know how important you are in all of this, but like you know everything. Like you have been by my side and like have heard every ounce of frustration and excitement. And like I FaceTimed you from a Target when I hit partner and we like cried on the phone together. Like you have been through every single step of this journey with me. And so I thought it'd be fun to maybe just ask you some like questions from and like hear your side of things, because I feel like we don't talk about that much, you know?
Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, it's been a really interesting experience to be in my position and like see it so intimately, but not be the one like actually doing it myself. So I'm super happy that you've, you know, done as well as you've done, and it's just been awesome.
I think a big part of it too is like even before I started streaming, like I remember in 2020 when I said I wanted to, and you said you should do it, you'd be good. And then for 2 years, you were like, you should do it, you'd be good. You should do it, you'd be good. You should do it. And it just kept getting pushed off and off and off. And then you were like, okay, well, we need to get you a PC. Can I please buy you these parts to your PC? Can I please buy these parts to your PC? I want to start building you a PC. And you just like from the start, like I said I wanted to do it and you didn't let me like back out on that.
Yeah. And I think it was, you know, not like forcing you to do it, but it was just like,
I think, no, it wasn't forcing me to do it, but it was encouraging something you knew I wanted to do, but was like letting fear hold me back.
But that's what I mean. Like, so the way like the whole 2020 thing went was, you know, Animal Crossing was like in its peak, and you were watching like a particular streamer. I don't know if we're not allowed to name drop, but big Animal Crossing streamer. And I just remember you sitting there and being like, I wish I could do this. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, wait, do you think you can't do this? Like, of course you can. I mean, I think you would do really well at that. And then it was just kind of that, okay, planted the seed there sort of thing. And for the next 2 years, it would kind of come in and out of consciousness where like, wow, yeah, gaming, streaming, all that would be really fun. It's like, you know, you can do it. I think you do really well at it. And then, yeah, like you said, like, what was it? Was it 2022?
2022, the end of 2022. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, but that spring we started getting the computer parts. I was like, I'm spending money on this GPU. And you're like, are you serious? I'm like, yes.
We did. I mean, it was.
I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm. It was like, I mean, we saved up for my computer for like 7-8 months. Like we started saving up for my computer, I think in like February of 2022. And we would just buy like little pieces as they went on sale or as they were available. And then you built it. I will say you built it within a week. You were like, okay, you're going live. Like you were like, we have this PC, you are going live. And you did not let me like hesitate, I think is a good word. And like get like a second guess. You didn't let me second guess myself at all. However, I will say, and I think some people know this and some people don't, but you actually did my very first stream because I was too scared to do it. How was that experience for you?
I mean, I was scared to do it.
Your first and only ever stream.
Yeah, I was nervous for sure. Like, you're definitely the extrovert in the relationship. I am definitely the introvert in the relationship. And so I was just like, all right, let's grab this bull by the horns and go. And it was, it wasn't a big deal. It was like, Mandy and a couple of our other friends and maybe some family watching, but I had no idea what I was doing. My skill level in content has progressed almost none between then to now. This is my second on mic experience, so I've not gotten much better, but yeah, we played The Sims. You sat on the couch just out of view looking at me, and I remember over the course of like, what was it, like a 2-3 hour stream, whatever it was, I would kind of look over at you and be like, do you want to go on now? And you were just shaking your head like, no, I'm good. I'm good. And I was just like, all right, I guess I'm just going to continue to feel really awkward over here and do this thing. I remember, gosh, I think I had like a beer I was casually sipping, and we were playing The Sims, a game I also don't really know how to play. I haven't played it since I was a kid. And I was just playing with stray animals in the neighborhood. It was the weirdest stream ever. I so wish we had that VOD. We didn't even know what a VOD was at the time.
No.
But.
Yeah, I do too. What do you think has been, having played the role that you've played, and this doesn't have to have anything to do with me, but like what has been a challenging part for you in terms of like this whole journey and like the building of this like amazing community that we now have? Like what has been like a challenging part for you?
Let's see. There's a lot. They're all good challenges. I'll say that. There's no like bad challenges. Like, can't believe we have to deal with it. They're all good challenges. But the ones that I think eat you up the most is like realizing like things don't have to be perfect. Because I think that's how you and I approach a lot of things. And I think that's, to be honest, like what stalled you starting for so long was like, how do we make sure everything's perfect before we do it? And then like, sometimes you just have to do things. And so,
yeah,
like a 90% solution is better than like 100% solution that takes, 5 times as long. And so, kind of putting off perfectionism and just thinking like, hey, what really matters here? Like what can we do? I think that's been like a consistent challenge throughout this process. Totally. And then also like for you, not that you lack confidence, but like just getting you to like go do it. Right. And then like when you have doubts about certain things, just encouraging you to be like, hey, you can do this. You've got this, like take that next step. Like it's going to be all right. And it's so easy for me to like sit back, in the kitchen and not have to go on camera and do these things and kind of just hurl out these pump ups. But, it's been really awesome to see you go out and do those things and actually do them really well. And enjoy it like the whole time. No,
I do. Like, and I think that's like very clear that I enjoy and am so incredibly happy and in such a good place. But I think you're totally right. I mean, that's a challenge that I think I face for sure in terms of the perfectionism and wanting to make sure the like 90%, like having it done 90% is better, and just doing it at 90% is better than, waiting for 100% that'll take 5 years, because I feel that way, even with, we're doing like a fun Disney Channel original movie, like DCOM, like bracket for March Madness this month. And I actually created it last year and did nothing with it because I created this whole thing and then only got, 90% of the way done with it, but said it's not 100%. So I'm not doing anything with it. Oh, well,
Mm-hmm.
and following through on those things and these ideas that I have and like projects I want to do, but not feeling like things are perfect it's tough for me for sure. So,
yeah.
I can definitely see how that would be as a partner challenging to be like, come on, just do it. You're 90% of the way done. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just finish.
Yeah. I will say another like thing I thought of is kind of related to like the perfectionism thing, but it's like, are we doing enough to make this a good experience for people that engage with the community? Like that's always been a huge focus for us.
Oh,
And
of
so,
course.
Like
that's the most important thing is that like
it's so
this would
hard
be nothing
to
without
it's so hard to know from other people's experiences or perspectives. Like, are we doing enough to like provide the entertainment experience that people expect or want or are willing to like commit their time to the community? That's like another challenge because you don't know. I mean, it's hard to know.
Of course. Yeah. Okay. I feel like my next question was just like, that was like, what has been challenging? What has been most rewarding? I feel like you've kind of answered that question. Is there anything you need to add? Like, I feel like you've answered what's been rewarding, I
don't know. The Discord to me, it's like, I'm not a big Discord guy, but like seeing people in the Discord forge new friendships and talk about things that they share in common that maybe they like didn't have those kind of people beforehand. So like these groups that form and make each other happy or help each other out through things like that's been really cool. That was something I didn't expect.
That's
right?
cute. Yeah,
so
I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that answer from you.
Right. So, and the reason I say that is because when 2020, you're watching Animal Crossing streams, like you were engaging with that community. You were watching it and you were enjoying it. It was great. But I like thought that it might be similar to that, where like you would play a game or you'd make videos and people would passively enjoy it. But like that's not been the case. I mean, there's been like really tight knit groups of people that have come together out of this, which I didn't expect. Like even us, when we go to TwitchCon now, like we see people that we know from this community and it's awesome to see them. And like playing games with people now, it's fun.
Yeah.
So I totally didn't expect that.
Yeah. I don't think I did either. I think I always expected to have a relationship with the people that like would spend time and hang out with me and stream, but I don't think, to your point, to the depth that I feel like I do.
Right. Yeah. One of my favorite things has been supporting this Minecraft server, which it's in its early days. We're working through it, folks. But like,
thank you for your patience.
Yeah, I love getting hit up at like 10:30 in the morning on like a Thursday. Like, hey, I need to get into the server. We're having this issue. Like, it just shows that people are having fun, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's cool. Like that's what it's all about.
That's what's cool. And I like so appreciate your like mindset towards it too, where you're like, I love getting hit up while I'm working at 10:30 on a Thursday. The fact that like you love that because you know that people are happy and engaged and wanting to indulge in something that we have created. Like that says a lot about you and like what you're proud of and like the pride that you take in what we've, been lucky enough to build.
I'm a big behind the scenes guy. I think that's why I liked editing. It's why I like helping in the background. Like it's just fun to kind of do the things, be my introvert self, and then kind of like watch it fly, watch you go out and do your great stuff. So
just go on and yap about food all day.
Yeah.
I get it.
It's an underrated skill. I can't do that. I'm just saying, do not undervalue that. I mean,
I know.
Your charisma is like, yeah.
It's easy. It's easy when you're surrounding yourself with people who are like the community that I have built. They're great people. They're great people. Okay. I don't have much more for you. I don't have any questions. Do you have any questions for me?
Not really.
Not really.
Kind of a rocky start. I smack the mic around.
Well, that's okay. You're like, not really. I live with you. I ask you any question I have.
Yeah. Well, we should do this again sometime.
It's like a date. It's like the end of our first date. We should do this again sometime.
You want to go sit on the couch and watch some TV now?
Sounds good. I was just going to say, like, I think I might go play some Dreamlight Valley, but I don't think I'm going to. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. Do whatever you want. Okay.
Do whatever you want.
Mr. Teddy, thank you so much for being on this week's podcast. Thank you for filling in for Mandy Wiz while she was away on vacation. Next week we will have Mandy back. Things will be back to normal, but I think this was a fun little change of pace.
Yeah, of course.
Appreciate you. I know this was last minute that I said, hey, you want to record a podcast with me? And you were like,
Yeah, sure.
okay. But I really do appreciate it. So thank you so much. And I'm sure that everyone listening is happy that they get to know you a little bit more.
You got it, Mrs. Teddy.
You got it. Okay, friends, thank you so much for listening. We will talk to you next week. Have a good one.
See ya.